Hey everyone, Dan here. Before we get into it, if you enjoy these videos, please hit the like and subscribe button. And keep in mind that these are my own thoughts, opinions, and ideas. These are not meant to be, nor should you take them as investment or trading advice in any way, shape, or form. Do your own due diligence, put in the work for yourself, and make your decisions based on that. Enjoy.
Alright folks, here we are on Tuesday, February 6th. We're going to take a look at Roblox today. So with earnings coming up, I thought we'd come and see where it might hit some support or resistance, depending on if there's a big reaction up or down. I will couch this all in the idea that it could also go relatively sideways. And so don't forget, there have been a lot of pretty big reactions so far this earnings season. So we'll see if that continues to be the case or not. But you know, if history tells us anything, things can go sideways, so don't forget that. Now, if it does come down, a few things that I'm looking at here. 3761, the nearest in strong support level that I see. There's inevitably some additional support levels in there. I didn't want to clutter the chart too much. This felt like enough levels to put in here because I wanted to cover a wide range. Again, if it jumps really strong in either direction, we need, the range in there. So hard to put a big range in without getting too cluttered. So I did have to just sort of err on the side of get the strongest levels as far as I see it in there. So 3761, now if it comes down, there's a little gap here still, right? When it jumped up this day about 11%, left this gap, it partially filled it down here. But if it comes to this purple level, 3570, that's about where it then finally completes filling that gap. So we'll see if that comes into play or not. And then 3336, 3195. Now if it jumps to the upside, I have 4092, the nearest in resistance level, so that's very close. So, again, unless it moves relatively sideways, I would expect it to jump that pretty quickly if it does move up. And then 42.99, basically that $43 level, 45.57, and then if it keeps on trucking, 47.65. And it comes in hotter than that, and folks are interested, let me know. We can always come in and put some additional levels on the chart beyond that. But, there's all these old levels from back in the day when Roblox was sort of in another stratosphere. And so we have some, but they're quite far off. There's going to be a few in between there. Roblox, obviously, often gappy as well. You look at all these gaps that we can see just in here without even moving the charts anywhere. So, big reactions are sort of a thing that Roblox seems to be accustomed to. Now, on the think or swim side of things, we zoom in here. We had this nice big run up as of late. And then, it's pushed down a little further than I would want to see it if I felt like it was, flagging. But, the other question is, if you're familiar with this pattern, the Vami down pattern, this looks a little bit like that to me. This sort of like putting in a point here, right? It's supposed to look like a dolphin. So you have sort of a couple of wings here, or fins, I guess we'd say, and then sort of like a snout, and then a dump. So we'll see if that dump comes. I mean, at this point, patterns, formations are what they are, levels are what they are, but the dominant factor is going to be what does the earnings report say and how does the market react to it. So we'll see how that is. But, it's pulled back a little bit as of late. Was trying to wrestle with the mid-range of the channel, got pushed just out of the channel, but did a good job recovering very quickly, right back all the way up to the mid-range again, and hasn't been pushed back down to the lower bound yet. So, that's reflected here in the histogram, where it's showing that bearish momentum dying down, getting mighty close to the baseline, meaning all the way died down. So we'll see if that theme can kind of continue as the earnings report comes out, or if it picks right back up on the bearish momentum and we get a big red candle like we did over here. No really recent triggers and fires. We had a couple here. Those played out relatively well, but nothing new forming at the moment. So if it continues to get pinned to the mid-range of that channel, maybe we'll see that develop over the next few days or weeks. All right, folks, I hope that your trading week has been going well, and as always, I appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next video.